Good morning, Decatur Township. It is Thursday. It's time for another Coach's Corner. I'm Jason Schanzel. With me, as always, is our head coach for our varsity football team, Kyle Enright. How are you, Coach Enright?
Doing great. Feeling refreshed.
Good.
After a good fall break. Hopefully you got away and had some fun a little bit. But I thought we gave the kids 5 days off, which is rare in the middle of the season, to have that many days off away from the guys. Missed them, but I'm sure they came back. They seem like they came back mentally and physically refreshed a little bit based on our practices this week. So you always want to try to rekindle that energy after a long, grueling, off season and season.
Yeah.
So to get 5 days off, just to get away for a second and enjoy family and friends, and then get back ready to roll. I thought that was really good for us. Key plays, I guess, so to speak, offensively. It's the first time that I can remember that we were what other people call balanced. So we threw the ball 25 times and ran it 25 times.
Well, there you are.
So I don't think that happens very often at Decatur, because balance for us is more like spreading the ball around to different people.
Yeah.
But we did. We threw it 25 times and we completed 20 of them. So
Sheesh.
that's a good percentage.
Yeah.
And, something that we've been really, really working on with our quarterbacks and receivers, and just being efficient in the pass game and being able to complete passes. Yeah, so Chase and Coach Jefferson do a great job with our quarterbacks, and they've really been preaching getting the ball out on time, hitting the open receiver right now and not waiting for a big shot downfield. And I thought Bo was excellent on Friday, probably his best game of his high school career. He rushed for 2 touchdowns and 70 yards. He threw for 200 and a touchdown, no interceptions.
That's a great game.
Spread the ball around. Colton Ison had 4 catches for 50 yards, which is his biggest game of the year, which is much needed. And
I feel like both the Ison brothers had a really, really good football game.
They did. Colton won the Hammer Award, which is being physical on both sides of the ball and affecting the most snaps on both sides of the ball. He had a couple catches where he ran through some defenders. And as we know, going into the playoffs, there's going to be a lot of attention on Kaz and Rel.
Yeah.
So the others, what we call the guys that aren't expected or aren't the focus of the defense isn't on, have to be able to make plays. So really proud of Colton and Carson. And Hunter Harvey's in that same boat.
If I remember at one point, one of the Ison brothers, I always get him confused. I'm sorry, Allie. I always get him kind of confused up a little bit. One had a really nice first down run, and then the following play, a first down catch, while the other blocked for him.
Yeah.
So it's
great to see. They're really, really selfless blockers.
Yeah, very.
Colton is a little bit undersized for a sniffer, although he's grown into that.
Yeah.
But as our H-back sniffer, he's gotten better every game.
Yeah.
He had to block Blake Smith, number 5, a few times in the game, and that's a hoss. So, but I thought he did an extremely good job, and Carson ran through a defender and got the bone hit for, just being physical on his catch and run, like you said. So, and then Hunter Harvey had a fantastic catch and run.
He had a great game overall,
in general,
I thought.
Yeah, and he's just so solid, But all 3 of those guys are cerebral players that know the game and know where they're supposed to be and do things correctly, and they never seem to be out of position, so to speak, lost. So really proud of those guys, along with the guys that the defense does focus on, Kaz and Rel, and
I thought Braylon Morris on defense had a really good game. It was kind of quiet, but he was very effective. He had a lot of plays, a few pass breakups, some really nice plays on special teams.
He did. So the first kickoff, it's funny you say that, he won One Play Warrior, which is kind of a special teams award, but on the opening kickoff, and then the second kickoff, he was the first one down the field, and he hammer chopped the ball down. I thought for sure he was going to fumble. Him hanging on to it was maybe more impressive than the tackle. But he continues to be just a physical presence on defense. And like you said, he had 2 TFLs.
Athletic kid, man. Just super athletic kid.
And he's physical. As a safety, to get down in the box and get a tackle for loss is hard to do. Some safeties, they get down in there and they're unaccounted for a lot of times in the blocking scheme from the lineman perspective. But usually when they make a good tackle, it's for a 2 or 3 or 4 yard gain.
Right.
But he's making them behind the line of scrimmage.
I typically see him, once or twice a day, and I said, hey, you let me know whatever college you want me to call. So if you're a college coach watching this,
Braylon
Morris is looking for a home.
And again, he he's a little bit short.
Sure.
And college coaches are, in my opinion, way too
Picky.
particular about size rather than your play on the field.
Right.
So, you know,
He's
I've had to
fearless,
deal with
man.
that for a while now, just with different guys that have the ability on film to play at that level, but don't translate in college coaches' eyes because of their measurables, which is weird to me. But hopefully he'll get a landing spot and find somewhere where
he's definitely a Saturday player.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
He'll land on his feet somewhere, and whoever gets him will be really excited because
Couldn't agree more.
He's a tough, smart, physical player. So, but we've got a lot of those, and really proud of our offense. Offensive line has to create space, and I thought Franklin's defensive front was one of the best we've played. Blake Smith going to IU, 6'4", 290, and a get off incredible. And he wasn't wrecking our offense in the backfield like he did against everyone else. So he made a couple plays. He's a heck of a player. No discredit to him, but I thought our interior guys of Bobby, Dom, and Al really did a good job on double teams, and then Coop and Caps held their own against him and didn't let him, get free and loose in the backfield. And then they had some other defensive line guys.
If memory serves me correct, he only made really one play.
He made one TFL, and then he did
memorable.
get in the backfield and cause a fumble on Jalen Leith, which is a big play. Jalen tried to bounce it. He just got back there so quick. Colton made a block on him and ended up having to log him.
Well, we watched the game, Coach. I mean, no harm, no foul. I mean, it really wasn't, wasn't detrimental per se.
Yeah, turnovers are never good, but our defense held strong.
Yeah.
A fun stat is that Franklin didn't get their first down until the fourth quarter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they had 35 yards of total offense until the last drive, where they got 70 yards and scored. And finished with 109 yards of total offense. Had negative yards rushing in the first half again. So just incredible by our defense. Like you said, Braylon coming from the safety spot, but then our defensive line, young Chris Gervais.
He's come a long way. He's doing really well.
Continues to play better. Him and Al won Defensive Line Player of the Week. Al had a sack and 2 tackles for loss, and Chris, I think, had his most tackles with 6.
Yeah, I remember seeing his name a fair amount Friday night.
Yeah, so just clogging it up inside, and Coach Staten does a great job with those guys, but couldn't be more proud of Coach Winters and our kids for continuing to get a week better against a tough runner. He was the leading rusher in the conference coming into the game. Tante 1,200, and we kind of held him in check until that last drive. But and then special teams, solid. Did a good job. We only punted once. Colton downed his own punt. I don't know that I've ever seen that before.
I think I even announced that.
He did. And I think he was a little bit pissed about that. So the very next play, he had a TFL.
Taking it out on the
other team. So, but no, that continues to be a great weapon just because Troy Van is such an elite snapper. He gets it back there so fast, like a college or NFL snapper.
Well, he's a kid. We haven't even talked about. He's a D1 long snapper.
It's incredible. You time the on the stopwatch from the hands to the punter, and he's right up there with those guys. And
his dad and you and whomever else is working on getting him somewhere. He's a kid that
he's athletic enough and big enough at over 200 pounds to get down the field and cause havoc on a punt returner, which the snapper's protected on a punt. They can't block them until 5 yards downfield, and he's athletic enough to maneuver around whoever's trying to block him, and he's usually the first one down there. So, great weapon.
A lot of people didn't hear about him last year because he tore his ACL really early in the season, so he lost a whole year, and so that's tough on recruiting and so on and so forth. But he's the real deal. He's the goods.
Yeah, he works tirelessly.
Yeah, I
mean, Coach Hagee from formerly at Plainfield, but has his own kicking camp. His kids all played college football and were kickers as well. I think Morgan played at Purdue, but they host their kicking camp every Sunday at our field.
A lot of people don't realize. I mean, I know 3 or 4 guys that have played college football, My high school football coach, Dave Shelbourne's nephew, was the long snapper at Purdue for several years, John Shelbourne. You know, he went to Purdue just a long snap and to get a Purdue degree. You know, I mean, that's a big, big deal.
Yeah. So Troy works, he goes to that camp every Sunday and gets snaps in, and he continues to work hard. So proud of our special teams and offense, defense. You know, got it done on senior night, and it was just a beautiful night to celebrate, you know, those 23 guys and one girl.
Yep. I think I counted it up, 63 total seniors that night. That's a lot of kids.
Oh, including band and cheer. Yeah. That's a lot of kids to announce.
And that not counting soccer, volleyball, cross country that we already did earlier in the season. So
and it's always a special night to have family walk across the track and just kind of celebrate. You know, 4 years of hard work. And,
and a lot, probably the most successful group of seniors this school's ever seen.
Yeah.
As far as, you know, football goes.
Absolutely. So, great night. Wrapping up the regular season with the Mid-State Championship and moving on to the 6A tournament. So.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to take a break. Send it over to Avery Thompson. She's going to talk with 4 athletes today. Coach, who's Avery talking to today?
We've got Jackson Doney, Hunter Harvey, Marquese Starr, and maybe Colton Ison. He's on his way. We'll see if he gets here. So
she got a good group to work with today. Very funny guys, good personalities.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a break, send it over to her, and then we'll be right back to talk about our sectional opponent, the North Central Panthers. There we are. All right.
Thank you, Schanzel. Hi, everyone. I'm Avery Thompson, and I'm back again with the player segment this week. I'm going to have the players introduce themselves.
Number 0, Hunter Harvey. 91, Marquese Starr.
38, Jackson Doney.
Number 8, Colton Ison.
Okay, and this week we just have a bunch of Halloween-themed questions for these players. Who wants to start?
I will.
Okay, wait.
Which one?
Jackson,
you got it.
Okay. What's your favorite treat on Halloween?
Kit Kats, easy.
You want to Skittles.
Twix, Skittles.
Have you ever played within a Ouija board and did anything strange happen?
No, I never have. I'm not touching one.
No. Absolutely not. No. Dangerous.
In a candy trade war, what candy do you keep no matter what, and what candy do you get rid of?
You gotta keep Skittles. You gotta get rid of, like, Milk Duds. Yes, bro. Yeah, I gotta keep, like, all the fruity stuff, like Laffy Taffies and stuff like that, and then give away, like, the Milk Duds, Twizzlers and stuff like that.
Keep the Kit Kats, but give away all the Almond Joys.
Facts. Keep the gummy candy and get rid of the chocolate. Yeah.
You don't like chocolate?
Except for Reese's. Reese's are good.
Okay.
What is your favorite fall activity other than football? Do you not know what fall activities are?
Yeah, I do.
I know.
I like carving pumpkins with my family.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just family time.
Like the apple orchard and stuff?
Yeah, pumpkin patches.
I've never been. You serious?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever done a couple's costume or a group costume?
No.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I have. I was Luigi, and my girlfriend Serenity was Mario.
Based on your personality, which fictional horror villain are you?
Michael Myers. Yeah, I'm gonna be Michael Myers too.
Let me get Billy from Scream.
Freddy Krueger.
You want to get people in their
Did you
sleep?
have reasons for that, or did you just?
Nah, I just.
Yeah, you just want to get somebody in their sleep. Like, what a weirdo.
Yeah.
Chocolate candy or fruity candy?
Fruity.
Fruity.
Chocolate.
Weirdo.
Oh, you guys are weird.
You guys
That's
are
odd.
Are you the first one into a haunted house? Are you the last one, or are you somewhere in the middle?
Somewhere in the middle. Yeah, I'd probably say the last one.
The last one?
Yeah. Is that bad? You're trying to get taken.
Yeah, you're trying to get. Yeah, they chase you back there.
My family doesn't like to go first, so I'm always the one that has to go first.
Yeah, last time I went first.
What'd you pull?
Candy corn was
100
first
acres.
manufactured in the 1880s, but repeatedly ranks as America's least favorite candy. Are you a fan of candy corn?
No.
No.
I like candy corn.
Oh, you're no.
Oh.
I think it's alright. It's not that bad. Like,
I mean, I wouldn't choose it, but I'll eat it.
yeah, exactly.
That's insane.
Have you ever seen or felt the presence of a ghost? or do you not believe in ghosts?
I believe in ghosts, but I haven't felt or seen anything.
Yeah, I want to see a ghost.
You
Wow.
want to see a ghost?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. What?
To see, yeah.
Until you get never mind. Just yeah.
What is your all-time favorite scary movie?
That's hard.
I
Scary
was-
movie 2.
The Halloween movies, like all of them.
The Halloween
Yeah.
movies. Those ain't even scary for
Michael Myers.
The Conjuring.
I saw The Barbarian recently. That was great.
Great or scary?
It was scary.
Okay.
Okay. What is one key in beating North Central?
Communication. Having a tough mentality and finishing every play.
Playing for each other.
Having our eyes right, communicating.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for being here. And back to you, Schanzel.
All right, thank you, Avery. We are back. Jason Schanzel with me is Coach Kyle Enright. We're going to kind of look ahead a little bit, which sometimes is dangerous, but it's kind of nice to know who we got coming in. So Friday night here at Decatur Central, we are playing the opening round of the 6A state tournament for football, which who would have thunk we'd ever say that just a few years ago, but here we are. The North Central Panthers are coming in to DeVere Fair Stadium, Coach. Tell us about the Panthers.
Yeah, on Halloween night, should be exciting. We're fully into fall weather, and it's been 50 degrees and windy and rainy at practice, so gotta love it. Frost on the pumpkin, you gotta be able to run the football. So that's no different this year than any other year. But North Central comes in with a 2-7 record, which is very deceiving. They play I think the 7th toughest schedule in the entire state. They've played the likes of Lawrence North, Lawrence Central, Carmel, Pike, Ben Davis. Battle tested. They've seen speed. They've seen strength. They've seen it all. And they have some really talented football players and a coach that spent, I think, probably 10 years coaching college football. Came back to high school, Colin Kofer, and on film, looks like they're doing a great job. So they've gotten better as the year's gone on. They score a lot of points on offense, even though that hasn't translated to wins. For example, last week, Ben Davis beat him 69-35. But when you score 35 points against a MIC opponent, you're doing something right. So clearly they've had some struggles a little bit defensively in stopping people, but they have the players to stop you. So again, for us, we can't turn the ball over. We know that in the playoffs, a turnover is costly, and we've got to continue to emphasize not having pre-snap penalties. Young Tyler Cooper, my man, just got an offer from UIndy, which so proud of him. His work in the classroom with the 3.7 GPA and in the weight room with Coach Lane has been phenomenal. So couldn't be more proud of a young man. But 4 penalties in 1 quarter on him last week, and he knows. He knows he's trying to be aggressive and jump the snap count and get up to the second level. And but we've got to lock in, and we can't. Those are drive killers. The drive where we had 2 penalties pre-snap, we ended up punting. So again, we can't have turnovers, we can't have penalties, pre-snap, post-snap penalties. And then our special teams have to play well. They've struggled on special teams, just to be quite honest. A lot of the games that I've watched on film, there's 2 or 3 special teams plays that lead to their demise. So, I think we have weapons on our special teams that need to be able to make a difference, and we can't get a punt blocked or get a field goal blocked for a touchdown.
So this could possibly be that week where we pop a punt return or pop a kick return.
Let's hope so. I think, we emphasize it. Our kids take it seriously and do a great job, and we've been good on special teams. So hopefully that third phase of the game can be a factor on Friday night against a fast, battle-tested, good North Central football team.
Well, we've seen how important those special teams are. I mean, especially last year, we had at least 2 games where special teams doesn't show up. It's special teams doesn't show up. We might leave there with an L, as opposed to the win that we did get. So
for sure. Well, we got a couple special teams guys that we just talked to, and Jackson Doney and Marquese Starr does a great job there.
I agree.
So young men like that
Eman Owens,
guys,
that
that really take
guys.
that role. as they own it. You know,
Yeah,
that's
agreed.
their role. Is I'm going to go out there on special teams and play as hard as I can. And
Yep.
and,
And that's
so we
attitude
need
you got to have. That, you know, I only get a limited number of plays, so they better darn well be good ones.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
Totally understand.
Absolutely. But yeah, Halloween night. Probably, I think the theme is probably just wear a costume. Or a mask or
Yep.
black.
you could.
You know, something like that. So
Yep.
should be a fun night, cold night, crisp night,
Yeah.
fall night.
All right, folks, join us Friday night, December 31st. That's Halloween night here at Decatur Central High School at DeVere Fair Stadium, as your Hawks will be hosting the North Central Panthers for the opening round of the 6A IHSAA sectional tournament. With me, Coach Enright, I'm Jason Schanzel. Let's get a W, folks. Go Hawks!
Go Hawks.